welcome back to the Drawcast. Today we're doing our first Drawcast Mini. What's the topic? You'll find out after you greet our wonderful guests. We have Mr. Tolbert James. Your surname sounds really, fancy, bro. Your digital surname. I don't know if it's your real surname.
Does it? I don't know. Hey. Hi, everybody. I'm James. Mostly do graphic design, but I draw sometimes, too.
Based. There's also a knight made of plastic. A brilliant warrior of the arts.
An absolute legend.
Jesus Christ, what an introduction. Come on.
I do the funnies. Listen, I think I know what I'm all about. I think they're like, I gotta flex the most superlative ego possible. I need to advertise myself.
Pulls up big sign advertising your work, your wares, the potions you may or may not
sell.
sell.
Iconic plastic armor.
Yeah.
Breaks it immediately. Not durable at all.
You can get this as an add-on for your plastic knight for $5.99, viewers.
What a steal, folks.
There's also me, OblivionFall. I'm here too. I'm a guy. I do art and animation. And that's me.
And there's him, and I'm your host, Seacole, hosted once again. I have not been knocked off my throne yet, despite the fact that I've only watched 5 episodes of Smiling Friends, today's topic. So I can't wait to be viciously spoiled for this absurdist comedy that I've that I feel like can't really be spoiled. I feel like
if you were spoiled, you wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's true. It's true. I would
anything.
need to experience it, and then I would understand. You can't ruin an absurdist comedy. It's too good.
Exactly.
It's too good. So we're doing a Drawcast Mini. That means that we're all gonna draw something Smiling Friends themed for 15 minutes, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna ogle each other's art.
It's a bite-sized package for the fans.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Short, sweet, and current.
Exactly.
You know, so we don't
There
put
was
out,
something really gross about that sentence.
don't worry about it, James, because the timer is starting now.
Oh dear.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Yeah, that's right.
Go away, warm up drawing.
Okay, so what's everyone's favorite episode?
I honestly have no clue, because every time, because I watched it all in one instance, and every time I binge something, the episodes blend together in my mind, but I'm always every time I think of it, I'm like, I love the fucking stupid ass episode with the weird the Hobbit parody creatures, and then
oh my god, that one's so fantastic.
The Enchanted Forest episode is really good.
It's so good. I like the one where he goes to hell. That's where Charlie goes to hell.
Yeah, the hell episode's my favorite.
I think that's my favorite as well, yeah.
It just the whole episode just has a really good vibe the whole way through, because a lot of them are they're all absurdist and funny, but that one just starts out with this really just real conversation, this really uncomfortable conversation with Pim and Charlie just arguing.
Those are probably my favorite moments in the show, when they have a very realistic, human, uncomfortable moment like that. Especially when the roles get reversed, like when Pim's being a little bit more obstinate and complaining about something. It feels so real, you know?
It feels realer than I expect for a comedy, a comedic cartoon, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I just like those human moments, and then the whole episode's just a vibe from when we get to hell and everything that happens afterwards. The fucking bit with the grandma is fucking hilarious.
God.
I said damn in 1954 or whatever the fuck.
I said damn in 1958 when
her eyes just fucking bug out of her face.
When I saw my grandfather get shot by that rotten burglar.
The way she's animated with 0 in between frames, in between poses, and she's just she's animated so intricately but so sloppily at the same time. It's insane. Her movements are so good.
Yeah, because she has 0 in-betweens, but the timing for each movement is perfectly done.
Yes, it's perfect.
every time, and like the rocking chair is like animated like very gently, so like contrast with the sharp in betweens. What the thing about Smiling Friends that I appreciate as an animator is the way that they use animation for humor. And you might be like, oh, well, it's obvious. Obviously, it's animated. What do you mean? It's more like the way that they abuse animation principles. Like they purposely find like the most like what's the word? They'll find ways to animate things that are like not. Oh fuck! I can't fucking think of the word. I can't fucking think of the word. Episode 29.
Like, do you mean like little things like the way they like cut corners, but in a way?
I mean, yeah, they cut corners, but they do it like they specifically do it for like comedic effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, haha, the joke is that the animation looks cheap. The joke is that the animation is like fucking spastic, but it's like a controlled. It's like controlled spastic. Like you can still follow it.
So,
like,
It's controlled
like
chaos.
I haven't watched
Yeah.
a bunch of it, but like in the first episode with the mother, how they're walking normally, but she's like got this manic energy and little feet are shuffling. They're shuffling. She's walking like a little crazy woman, and like that's probably simpler to animate because you just like slightly
it is simple.
change it a bit. It's not, but it's also like it's funny and it helps. It helps communicate her character of a weird, overbearing mum.
Yeah, it feels like it comes from a place of what would be like the funniest way to have this character move, and like a lot of the funnier ways are like easier to do animation wise. It's just a lot of the time you don't think to do that because you think, oh, I just gotta move this from point A to point B. Lazy animation isn't like doing things like in one frame with no in-betweens necessarily, because you can do that like on purpose with an intention for it. Like lazy animation would be like what you typically see in Family Guy, where like every motion has the exact same fucking spacing, the exact same number
definitely.
of in-betweens every time. It's always just the same thing. It's like formulaic, and that's really fucking boring to watch. Whereas in Smiling Friends, each character like has a different animation style, but it's usually consistent. Like the grandma in Hell is animated a particular way, the way that they like, you know, the movements will be sudden with no in-betweens, and then like she'll vibrate on ones for a second, and then she'll just go back to rocking back and forth gently. Like she has a specific animation style, and each character will have like a different animation style, even to the point of different mediums like stop motion or 3D animation in some episodes.
Yeah.
Like that little monster creature from the Halloween episode.
Yeah, that was stop
That
motion.
was definitely not doing blackface.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a much more blatant way of doing you know, a different style, because that's like obviously like a completely different medium.
Well, yeah. And also because stop motion characters move in a really freaky way in like older, like cheaper productions, like for stop motion and stuff. So it's like, well, you could make like a creature that's like goofy but also like moves in an unsettling way.
Yes.
Yeah. And the devil, in the last episode, the way he's animated, it's a 3D model, but the way they textured him, the way they did the lighting, also feels very similar to stop motion, I think. And I feel like that had to be intentional, because the lighting feels like real lighting, but like not in like real lighting, like shining on a real demon. It feels like lighting shining on like a rubber model.
Yeah, and you got a real
You know?
demon.
It feels like they took, you know what I mean?
How would
Like,
you know? How many real demons have you seen?
you know what I mean? Like it doesn't look like they're trying to like emulate like a realistic skin texture. It looks very much like rubber that's been like painted.
It does.
But obviously
it does.
it's all done in a computer. The animator, fuck, I forget his name. They were in the YouTube comments on one of the videos, and I found their Twitter page. I'll put a thing of their Twitter on screen. Go give them a follow. Last time I checked, the only mutuals I had following them, well, sorry, I say mutuals. The only people it said that I knew who followed them were like Chris and Zach, and no one else. So they deserve some love. But yeah, like I just that little detail of having it look sort of stop motion while being a 3D model was pretty fun. And fuck, there's something else as well. I forget. Oh yeah, you mentioned the Hobbit character.
Oh god, yeah.
So most people will be like, oh yeah, that looks like the Ralph Bakshi. Is that how Bakshi? Bakshi? I don't know how to pronounce it. It looks like the 1980s like fucking Lord of the Rings animation, right? But it's not just that the art style is reminiscent of that. It's also the
like,
color grading. It's
yeah.
the way the line work is ever so slightly blurry. it's the fact that there's actually a very subtle shadow being cast from it that looks like the shadow you see in cell animation. And there's even a flicker. If you look very closely, that Hobbit character, his colors flicker every couple frames by a very tiny amount. If you're not, like, it's very easy to miss.
That's insane. I did not notice that.
And that's to emulate the look of cell animation, and it's done really subtly. And I feel like most people wouldn't notice unless they like are an animator, or at least are like have a passion for animation and know a bit about it.
Yeah.
And that I also appreciate. And it's not just that either. It's also the way the character moves, the way the character acting is done. He uses a lot more like graceful movements, where, you know, his hands like do these nice little flourishes and things that are pretty smooth and very slow. He doesn't have many sudden movements apart from when he fucking explodes when he dies.
Spoilers.
You know, and that's again, like, animation style is more than just the art style. It's also the way you move. Like, do they have graceful movements? Do they have gentle movements? Do they move suddenly? Do they do this or that?
7 minutes left.
7 minutes left
Already?
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but like, the point is, in Smiling Friends, they put a lot of effort into like doing the animation in a way that's interesting and unique, but consistent on a character by character basis. And I fucking respect that. That's good. That's good animation. That's good animation planning and shit. And that's my rant. I've been hogging the conversation for a while to talk about this. So someone else go.
No, that's fine, man. You pointed out a lot of interesting details I hadn't even noticed. Even as someone who pays attention to the animation style a lot, shit like this Hobbit emulating the cell style is so interesting to hear about.
Yeah.
You could see a ton of passion for the medium of animation in the show. And that's something I really appreciate. Just some of the like adult cartoons that are coming out these days seem to have a lot more heart put into them as animations, and they're not just being animations for the sake of haha funny that a cartoon is cursing, but this could be live action perfectly. They really are utilizing the medium in a way that adult cartoons sometimes don't.
Yeah, you can tell it's made by people who love animation, and no surprise, Michael and Zach are animators primarily, first and foremost, for animators.
Of course.
And that really shines through. I know a lot of people like to shit on Newgrounds, but I don't know, man. Those people are really passionate about what they do, and so am I. And I appreciate the work they put in.
I definitely agree with that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love that a lot of the jokes and stuff in the show are stuff that's like prevalent throughout like various other things that they've done like through through either animations or through stuff like Oni plays or and stuff like that, where like they'll just like bring up shit that only people who have seen who watch either of those things will like immediately like notice.
It really is fantastic when you just catch like something that Zach brought up as an idea just like years ago. You suddenly catch it. My favorite one that I saw was I've always been really fixated on the one time that Zach brought up the idea of an animation where a mom brings a monkey to a birthday party and then the kids just tear it apart. And when I saw that happen to the blackface creature, I lost my shit. That was payoff to something It's
like, what if a mom just brings a monkey home, chucks it on the table, and their kids are like, "Mummy, mummy, mummy," and then they start tearing its arms and legs off, like gruesome. And like, yeah,
that shit's can't
like,
believe
a lot of these fucking just deranged ideas have just been living in Zach's head for years, and now they're finally being realized. And
I have a chance to share now.
even just hearing him describe the idea on a fucking Let's Play is fucking hysterical, and then you actually see it done for real, like on an actual like television station or whatever, and it's like, fucking damn, dude. He's made it. His funny little ideas.
Who is this guy?
Psychic Pebbles? Zach.
Yeah. Who is this guy? I do not know anything.
He is a Newgrounds animator. He made your typical just funny, loud, screamy cartoons that were sort of like the first few years he was like doing cartoons. They weren't that funny in my opinion. I liked the Coney 2012 one was sort of funny, mainly because the whole Coney 2012 thing was like an overhyped sort of scam, and I kind of got that vibe from the very start.
He was doing all the bad things they said he was doing.
Yeah, but the organization Coney 2012 was like, hey, give us money and we'll send you a box of stupid shit.
Yes.
and also like they weren't actually like able to like help the situation that was going on over there. But whatever. Like he made a few like animations that were sort of funny. It was mostly a lot of screaming and like semi like, is that kind of racist? I'm not sure. Sort of humor. And then his humor sort of like evolved to be like away from just like the typical loud, funny, like semi-offensive stuff to just really just weird, surreal, and just like him just having weird these just fucking ideas in his little Zach brain that are just like, the fuck.
his little sack brain.
Like you watch like a lot of it really shines in the Sleepy Cast podcast, one of the best podcasts ever made.
Oh,
Definitely.
And also
that's what the Sleepy Cast is.
Yes, it's Sleepy Cabin, Sleepy Cast. It was a podcast fed a bunch of Newgrounds animators. Oni, Zach, Stamper, Rice Pirate, those sorts of people.
Ego Raptor, I joke.
Yeah, I think Ego Raptor was probably on an episode or two. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Like legitimately, I think he was on an episode, but I'd have to check.
I'd believe it. He was a Newgrounds boy.
I know John Tron was on an episode before all that before that controversy happened. This was quite a while
before he did a racist.
Before he said some wacky shit. But yeah, like Zach's humor is just very like kind of surreal and absurdist. He has a fixation on little creatures and like weird fucking baby voices and old people and
it's great.
Just hearing you talk about it is cracking me up.
It's because all those things are inherently funny.
They also, one of my favorite things about the sort of humor you get on like Oni Plays and stuff like that is just the like a lot of the jokes are just them like just making shit up. I think there's a gaslighting compilation. When we had the gaslighting episode of the Drawcast, by the way, Cetol, me and Four Eyes were channeling like our fucking energy from watching Oni Plays videos. Because like a lot of like there's a lot of like clips of them. They'll just be like playing a video game and it'll be like, hey, did you hear about the monkey that like broke into like the Queen of England and like tore out her hair?
Broke into the Queen of England.
Yeah, they'll just like make up some, they'll just say some stupid shit that's like fake, but then like they'll try and pass it off as real. It's usually like stuff slightly more believable than that. And sometimes like the people they have on are like, they're so used to it, but like sometimes like they're sort of like, wait, that really happened? Or, like, they get and that's just the whole bit. And a lot of those absurd ideas, like some of them are things that I think have ended up in Smiling Friends as like a gag in the background or something. It's just a thing that they described once when trying to like gaslight their friend, and then they it was just like a funny little idea they had, but they tried to pass off as real, and then later they put it in their fucking show.
Hey, we're going into overtime now, so we'll see the
shit,
audience.
Timer's up.
Wait, what?
Yep.
All right.
We're going into
Overtime, new segment. See you on the other side, boys.
Yeah, see you on the other side. Hey nerds, guess what? New segment's over. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're giving us some
Finished our
money.
images in our secret new overtime segment. Oh my god.
Yeah, you can see the difference. Literally, you can physically see the difference. But you know what that means now, my friends, my pals, my people right here, right now, in this call. It's time for us to show each other what we've done.
All right, I guess caller, you want to go first, Cetol?
Yeah, I will. I made 2 versions of it.
Okay.
In the like a genius. I hope you enjoy them.
Incredible material.
Let's see it.
Okay, here you go. You'll see that one of them is drastically improved than the other.
We pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars.
Shooting stars.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that looks so good. Look, I didn't expect Alan to be so detailed, Cetol.
I think I was using all that overtime for.
Oh, dude, the overtime segment's the best. This is great. Oh, I'm such a genius. I'm so glad we added
Honestly,
that.
this is such a beautiful image. I love the soft red lighting on the obelisks there, popping out.
This is really beautiful. I wish we could petition Governor Biden to replace the sun with a giant smiling face of Alan.
Yes, I agree.
All right, Jay.
Beautiful little moment.
Beautiful little moment in time. James, you're up.
Sure. Let me just. All right. So, this is what happens a few months after episode 2.
Wait. Wait, what's the head on steak? Is that Jimmy Kimmel?
Well, you see, Mr. Frog, with this unlimited influence and nepotism, has managed to get away with murdering him and putting his friend Fly as his co-host on The Tonight Show. And Glip's very sad about that, because he really liked getting that job. So he's crying about it.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
Glip's crying because he missed Jimmy Kimmel so much. He hasn't seen him in so long.
It doesn't have anything to do with him not having the Mr. Frog job. He was just a really big fan of the show.
I think
It turns out if you put someone in your mouth, it's okay if you put everything except their head in their mouth and swallow it.
Well, I think Glip's crying because he was initially invited onto this episode, but then something came up, but then it got cancelled, but it was too late. So now he's at home watching this live, the thing he could have been participating in, and he's filled with FOMO and regret.
That's how it is in this bitch of an earth.
Well, all right. I guess I'll post mine. It's loading up right. Oh my god, it's taking a while. Fair.
Oh my God. Yeah. Dub milk. Oh.
What is in that mystery glass?
What is in your cup?
Jeremy Riffic.
Why is he saying Jeremy Riffic? Isn't that whole character trait that he screams and puts his hand in your face and just goes, duh.
You look, okay, a little bit of artistic license. It's his little catchphrase, There you go.
Like, this is my headcanon.
Oh, look, there's a little worm. So I actually drew Glep as the warm-up. I drew Glep as the warm-up. And I thought, I'll just include him in the final image, because why not? And I added the little worm as well. And those nipples, by the way, color accurate. I sourced them from the show directly. It happened on the overtime segment. You should have seen it.
It was really cool.
So is that his ghost after the happenings of the episode? Is that why he has a little tail?
He just shouldn't sleep that well,
He's all
right. Must be allergies.
He's not himself. You're not yourself when you're hungry. You're not yourself when you're tired.
Have a Snickers.
Have a Snickers.
Hey,
Plastic, you want to go?
Okay,
Yeah.
for just as a warning, it's like, I went simple with this, because I was like, I don't know what vibe I'm going for here. This I don't know what this is.
Oh my god, this is amazing!
He's the giant rat that makes all the rules. We'll see what kind of trouble
we can get ourselves into. This is
I
fantastic.
can't believe he's just sitting in front of the Wii U Nintendo section. That's so perfect.
I love that his foot is like not even positioned correctly on the fucking floor.
I was like, this isn't gonna work properly, but you know what, it's fine.
No, that's great. I love it.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh god, this appeals to me so much. But fucking
The only thing
giant
he's
rat
missing is his
such a
little tail.
huge part of my
I love
brain
the rat.
development. I saw that in 2015 and it fucking radically shifted my consciousness.
Oh my
I've
god.
never been the same
Practically.
since.
I've been watching a bunch of Germa shit lately, and it's like completely changed my brain chemistry.
Dude, Germa is on another fucking level.
There's something wrong with that man.
He has turned live streaming into an art form. But
God.
damn. That's right. Tangent note. That is a shrimp. That is his name. That is good.
That is a rat.
Mouse
That
Quest
is-
2, Samus Returns. He's getting the new game.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
The company went
great
downhill
value.
ever since the release of Mouse Quest 1, so they're trying to make up for it with the new release.
They can do it.
How dare they? How dare they make up for it? They should do that.
They fucked up, but it's okay. He's a loyal fan, he'll always support his favorite companies, even if they make
That's
bad business
true.
decisions.
That's what defines a fan, That's what
Exactly.
defines-
So
See,
go
he's
on
a-
down below to patreon.com.
slash the drawcast and give us money to see the overtime segment. Hey, we've changed things up a bit. Do we still want to say which drawing was our favorite?
I mean, it's only 4 drawings. Can't be that hard to pick. God,
Yeah,
honestly,
my-
I have to say, I love the rat. I love the rat on the shirt and all that shit. But I think your Ceetol is just so good.
Aw. Look at you with your higher brain power. I can't resist the rat. The rat is my favorite. He's the giant rat who makes all of the rules, and I want to see what kind of trouble he can get himself into. I can't. The shrimp man is wearing the rat shirt. He owns me now. I am a slave. I am a slave to the rat.
I'm a slave to the rat.
Dude, you're just like what's the girl's name? Jennifer? I think her name was Jennifer in that episode. The girl that just fucking makes out with him.
Shrimpina.
The girl I assume was Shrimpina.
Well, Shrimpina wasn't her real name. That was all a ruse.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even a ruse. It was
they got the wrong woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He found an even better woman.
I'm drawing Glep's mom, by the way. No one look.
Glep's mom.
Oh, I see.
Has she got it going on?
A little bit of a saucy
she's going
surprise.
to. I don't know if I'll have time to finish it, though.
It's OblivionFall drawing her, so...
Yeah. I'm drawing a giant rat who makes all of the rules.
Wait, did we get James or Plastic's
No,
favorite
we haven't.
Yet?
They need to tell us what their favorites are.
I'd say Cetos as well. I also think that Cetos utilized the extra time better than I did, at least. I feel like it's the most beautiful one out of them in terms of shading and just rendering. It's like, yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know. I'm just really impressed by how it came out. I love this image.
Thank you.
I love this, like, Tonight Show, like, Mr. Frog. It's so, oh my god, like, just the raw emotion that I don't know.
I'm glad you're saying that, because I really wanted to capture just the relaxed, happy gesture of Mr. Frog just having a normal conversation, because in the episode we see him so deranged and so over the top. So I really wanted to make him have just this human moment with the fly,
yeah.
like they're just enjoying him themselves.
See, they've made great success with their new reboot.
Yeah.
It's please buy my merch. That's what he says in the
Hey,
Oh,
speaking
Mr.
of
Frog,
merch,
please buy my merch. Don't vex your kids. Goodbye.
speaking of buying merch, speaking of giving money to creators, hey James, where can we give you money? Where can we find your stuff? Where can we support you, fiscally or otherwise?
I wish I had an output that even warranted receiving money by any means. You can just follow me if you want to see art occasionally, but I currently do not make any money online.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Did you
I do have a coffee if you wanna buy me a coffee at some point, but yeah.
Well, it's a shame, viewers. Did you know? If you pledge to our Patreon, once we earn enough to pay our editor, everything over that will be split between all of our guests.
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
thank
a
you.
thing that we'll be doing going forward. Obviously, the editor fee is like going to be a bit.
Of course.
So I don't know if we'll actually ever reach a level to where we can pay our guests, but I hope we can.
Mm-hmm.
It would be ideal if we could pay all these wonderful people who show up for showing up. They deserve it. They did a lot of hard work.
They did some work. We did some labor. They did some funnies. They made us laugh. We said tee hee.
They listened to my bad jokes. They listened to me go, can you pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
They put up with me being perpetually horny. Not so much this episode until now.
Until now. It's always there in the background. We can only always ever assume that you're being horny. But plastic night of plastic, my good sire, my good squire, my good sir. Raise your head high and tell these people from whence you came. I don't know what knights do. I know what knights do.
Sometimes it be like that. But I post mostly on Instagram at plastic.night, but on Twitter it's the same ad except instead of a dot, it's an underscore. I do shit on other platforms as well, not as frequently, but if you want to check any of that out,
we shit on physical platforms in the real world.
It's all going to happen.
I build all
You
of
have
these
to
sorts
follow
of
me to find
protrusions in my walls, and I put
I have an
on them.
obstacle course. It's a recreation of Bubsy 3D IRL, and I take a shit on every single step.
I think you should on every
An
stage just to
obstacle
let
course
everyone
of
know.
my own creation. You fill it up on one
It's
day
a
and navigate it on the
psychotic,
next.
arranged maze of bullshit.
No, your shit.
Exactly.
Dude, Mr. Beast should recreate Bubsy 3D IRL.
It's like the squid.
Pay people $1 million to
It's like a crossover with like the Squid
You
Game
have to
people
wear
where
the
he like
suit
shoots
to
them in
be
real
able to
life.
participate.
Mr.
Sorry.
Mr. Beast, get onto that.
Yeah.
I
Mr.
didn't
Beast, come on the
say-
drawcast.
Please. I don't know if he can draw, but we can find out.
If you see this,
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Mr. Beast,
Wait,
yes,
wait,
come on.
wait. Whoever draws the biggest pile of money keeps it.
The drawers are gonna like get a pile of money
Whoever
equivalent to
draws-
the pile of money
He draws
you
the
draw.
physical equivalent to whatever you draw.
Wait, we have to yes, you have to draw individual Ben Franklins. No, it's not enough detail. Look, these counterfeit bills, they're not gonna sell themselves.
they're not going to sell themselves.
You have to.
They're not gonna paint themselves.
Oh
You
my
have to advertise as
I-
Mr. Beast Burger.
This is so good.
Sorry, Plastic.
What-
Did he finish promoting your
I
pages?
mostly did, but yeah, aside from what I've got, aside from Instagram and Twitter, I have a card link, which is Plastic Night with no underscore period.card.co, which has everything that I do. So yeah,
You're
Nice.
still plastic guy.
I'm rusty as hell at this, so I didn't even say my own tag, but I'm just at James Tolbert with an underscore at the end on both Twitter and Instagram. It's just my name.
yeah.
Nice. I am on Twitter at OblivionFall_D. I sometimes post animations or art there. I haven't posted in a while, but I got some big stuff coming. And you can find me at patreon.com/OblivionFall. But Drawcast Patreon takes precedence here from now on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can find me at twitter.com/cicada_god. That's where you'll see my tweets. Now, you might see a giant rat who makes all of the rules soon. I know, depends on how satisfied I am with her. And you can give me money at patreon.com/cicada, SEECADA. But you could now, hopefully, until the point in which, that used to be where you gave me money so that I can pay the editor. And that would still be helpful, but you could also put that money into the Drawcast Patreon to pay the editor. And then if you want to give me money, you could give me money because you like giant rats who make all of the rules, or you want to see everything I've drawn at
How
the end
many
of the month.
times?
All the times! All the times! Or you like frogs?
You guys
I
are going to
put
have to
pictures of
explain that
frogs.
reference to me later.
And just to be clear, the editor does get paid regardless. It's just that
Yes.
this makes it
It would
this
be
makes
nice.
it easier.
It would be nice that my real life job could not pay my editor. Maybe the editor could be paid from the job that he's doing. Maybe I wouldn't have to have a real life job, and this could be my job. Maybe one day. Maybe if you like me, I don't know. Woo.
I like you,
That's the
Cetal.
episode. Oh, thanks.
And on that note,
Now pay up.
my purchase costs you money.
Let's go.
Okay, now, no, it is the end of the episode. I'm not going to make James pay me money. Instead, we are all going to say goodbye. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Surprise.
Bye.